Well, I will have you know that it was the 20th, so about 10 days later, I tested. It has been a hot minute. So the last video, because I just watched it, that I recorded was March 20th. And in that video, I was just basically telling myself, like, you know what, Keisha, like, it'll be okay. I was just coming off of the letrozole, and I was starting to track my OPKs, and I thought there was no hope, because by I think like day 12, I was like, oh, I don't have anything. I don't see anything. My lines aren't getting darker. And then, of course, by day 15, started to get darker and darker and darker. Well, I will have you know that it was the 20th, so about 10 days later, I tested super early, and I got a faint positive. So I am, as I'm doing this video, I'm actually currently 18 weeks pregnant. And I have to tell you the backstory. I guess my face does look different now that I look up, because people have been saying, oh, you look so different. And then it's because I'm putting on weight. Oh my God, my face looks so fat. But needless to say, I'm super excited. But I know it was super early. I just want to give you guys a quick background. So my husband, his birthday was the 27th. And so his birthday was actually on a Saturday. So we ended up going to Phoenix that Friday, stayed, at a relative's house. And then that Saturday morning, had breakfast and everything. And then we left to Sedona, to kind of celebrate his day. And let me see. That morning, Saturday morning, my dad had FaceTimed me, and because he wanted to wish my husband a happy birthday. Oh my gosh, did I just scrape off paint? Oh, sorry, I'm on vanity. Oh my gosh, what the heck? And it keeps. Okay, let me just not. All right. Anyway, sorry. So that morning, my dad calls on FaceTime. He's like, oh, I want to say happy birthday to Mike. And he's like, you look different. And I'm like, I look different. I'm like, Dad, like, please, you're just saying that, you look different. So that was Saturday. And then I think either right before we left, we were talking to our aunt, or Michael's aunt, and her dog went super crazy out of nowhere. And he started humping me and being all protective, and I don't know, it was just crazy. So I was like, what the heck? So in the back of my mind, this was I'm like, okay, whatever. But I still put it off. So we ended up leaving, going to Sedona, and I had a great time. Would love to go back, because most of the time I just wanted to sleep, which was an indication to my husband, because he's like, which he didn't say anything to me until after we found out. But he's just like, you're man, you were kind of grumpy, and you were tired, and this and that. And I was just like, I don't know, I just, whatever. And so and then, okay, so then when we came back, or on our way back, our stupid rental died. The battery died. So I'm like, what the heck? What a way to end a great trip, relaxing trip, to have to be stopped, literally not right around the corner, but I'd say probably maybe 2 to 3 miles from our house. It could have been longer, though. I'm bad with that stuff, but it was kind of far. And so luckily, one of my husband's friends saw us, and he came and gave us a ride back home, unloaded the car, and we just left the car there. We had to call the rental place, and then they gave us a number. It was a whole hot mess. So I was just annoyed the entire evening. And I was like, oh, I've been holding my pee for ever. Let me go pee real quick. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just take a test. And I took a test, and I had the faintest line. But I mean, it wasn't so faint that like, obviously, like I could not see it. Like I wasn't like squinting. I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And it was, I did it on Easy at Home. I couldn't think of the name. Was it Easy at Home? That's not the name of it. Was it Pregmates? I think I did Pregmates, and I think it was like the pre-mom ones, I think. Or is it Easy at Home? Maybe it's Easy at Home. Maybe it is. But anyways, I did all that, and they were both positive, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was so excited. Unfortunately, I did not record it. I didn't even have my phone. Like, it was just a spur of the moment kind of thing. And yeah, so here we are. I will say that I took, and it's kind of gross, the fact that I still have them, but I took a bunch of the little cheapy ones. I threw those out. It broke my heart to have to throw those out, but they were just sitting there, and I was like, ugh, okay, fine. But I did keep all of my first response, my Clearblue, and yeah, just the first response. And so I did do a digital for first response and Clearblue. I did get rid of the first response digital because it went a little crazy. But my Clearblue one, clearly, still, as gross as this, I mean, it doesn't look gross, but it still says pregnant. So, I mean, I look at this and I just get so excited. I'm not going to lie, like I took a bunch of tests. I probably wasted, I don't know, probably close to $100 like with testing, which is crazy to me because it's like once you get, but for me, because we have lost a few, I just was like, I have to be sure. And, I'm going to be honest, in which I'll talk about it, I think, if I do like a first trimester recap thing, but it sucked, when I think about it. And even now, I still have doubts. Being 18 weeks, I still have doubts. I still get nervous. I still am like, what if something happens? What if? But at the beginning, I can remember telling my husband, oh, I don't think this one's going to stick. My line isn't getting darker, and I would test every single day. And it's just like, Keisha, like looking back, I'm like, girl, like, why'd you do that? Why couldn't you just wait a couple days to see, or a week in between? Because I drove probably my husband crazy. I drove myself crazy. I drove my dad crazy. And yeah, I don't know. Probably drove, if I could drive God crazy, I probably drove him crazy too. Because I was just like, oh, so it sucked. And that's one thing, like, I didn't think about too much, like initially, or even before, like, what if you do get pregnant and you sustain it? You automatically feel that joy, that peace, that happiness, and then you start thinking about, the possibility of loss. And y'all, I have a doctor's appointment today that I need to go to. And I kid you not, every doctor's appointment, I'm so nervous. They even have to do my blood pressure twice because I'm constantly thinking like, they're like, you should take a deep breath, just breathe, relax, just, because when you've gone through something, whether trying to conceive or you were able to conceive and then you lose, that baby, like it does something. It takes the joy out of being happy. It takes the joy. And that's something that I fight with myself daily, and I know I probably, like I said, drive my husband crazy a little bit because I'm always Googling something. And he's like, stop and stay off. That's another thing. Like, if you do conceive, stay off the forums because my God, like they can be beneficial, but they can also be like, they can traumatize you because you see so many people say, oh, I'm bleeding at this many amount of weeks. And I'm just like, well, if I haven't gotten there yet, I'm like, am I going to bleed? Or what's going on? And it's like, just relax, enjoy. And that's what I think I'm not so much even to be honest, for you guys, this is for me. This is for me to document, maybe for the next time that I, get pregnant. I'm praying and hoping that, we get pregnant again, either naturally or if it has to be with medication. Doesn't matter as long as we get there and we have a healthy baby. But I'm saying just to be able to enjoy the process and to enjoy the time being pregnant. I'm off of work right now. It's our summer break. I do go back in a few weeks, and I feel like I spent most of the summer like Googling stuff and dreading stuff and freaking out. And it's like, girl, like chill, like relax, enjoy it. And that's what everybody keeps saying, Keisha, you're going to miss this time. Like you need to really enjoy, you need to really relax, you need to really da-da-da-da-da. And then I'm sitting here like, y'all, I can't. Even my husband, Michael, was like, you need to really relax. And I would literally just be sitting at home. Like I would be sitting at home. I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to go nowhere. And I'm the type of person that I want to decorate. I want to, spice things up for the summer. I'm like always loving like the summer clean. Like I have off. I'm always cooking. With this pregnancy, y'all, I probably need to do some clean with me videos because to get some fire up under my nalgas, because man, oh man, oh man, oh man, it's bad. I have gotten better. Don't get me wrong, I've gotten better. It's gotten better. But I say all this to say, like, it's going to be all right. You're going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I have to remember to enjoy this pregnancy, enjoy this chapter. Who knows? I may not be able to get another opportunity. I'm praying even now, even though I am pregnant, I'm praying for this healthy baby. And I'm also praying that we continue to produce and create, and all of that, in the future. And so I just want to share that little bit with you because it has been a hot minute. March 20th was the last video that I made. And I had no idea then when I was talking about, I'm feeling some twinges and some pains. And another sign, a symptom that I had that I kind of like, was like, ding, you could be pregnant, girl. I was this is so like gross, but everybody does it. I don't care. I was so gassy and so bloated. Like I wouldn't even eat anything and I would remain gassy. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So that was one sign that I was like, girl, you could be pregnant. You could have a baby up in this piece. Okay. And so, yeah. And then the other thing, of course, was my teeth. I was having a lot of gum issues. Holy Jesus. That stuff, that was some type of pain that I wanted to like take and just like rip out my teeth. Like, oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. But thank the Lord I didn't even go to the dentist. I need to go. That's something that we do need to do. Okay, you need to go to the dentist. But the pain did subside eventually. But so anyway, so I'll talk about all my symptoms and signs and all of that at a later time. I am, like I said, I'm going to try to make more videos. And yeah, like I'm super, super, super excited. And I just can't wait for it. Baby. All right. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.